To make my fishing adventures a little more convenient as a bank fisherman, and to cover more water in less amount of time, I decided to make some customizations to my bike. My primary objective was to add a couple rod holders so that I could go hands-free while riding the bike. While doing my search on the internet on how to convert a regular bike into a fishing bike, I came across some nice DIY projects. However, those DIY projects did not fit my requirement of having two rods at the same time on the bike. And the other DIY projects that did allow adding multiple rod holders required adding rear cargo bike rack, which I did not prefer. So I continued my search and came across this ready-to-use dual rod holder on Amazon.
Generally, where I fish, there are a lot of trails and a lot of dikes. I used to walk them in the past, and it used to take a lot of time for me. So I decided a bike might be useful. But the only challenge with having a bike is having two rods, a backpack, and a net. So I started looking on the internet for a basic bike build. I came across a lot of videos where they converted electric bikes into fishing machines, and that was really fascinating. But I did not want it to throw in that money because I fish very little. So I looked up on Amazon if there were any hacks to convert a regular bike into a fishing bike. So I came across this rod holder, two-piece rod holder. It was pretty cheap. So I got it and I put it on my bike. I had it on my previous bike as well. And it worked really well. But it was time to sell that bike, so I took it out from there and it's on my new bike right now. Holding pretty well. I mean, I did not necessarily need a rod holder, but it definitely makes the life convenient because I usually fish with two different rods. And the best part is I can pre-rig my rods and just put it in the holder. So if I have to fish different holes, I don't have to break the rods into sections and then put it on again. I can just put it back in, fish it, and then carry on to the next spot. Yeah, so if I have to do it without the rod holder, I can definitely do it with my hands over here, something like this. But then the challenge with that will be I might end up poking people walking on the trail, or worst case, I might end up breaking my rod as well. So yeah, that was the only reason I ended up with getting this rod holder. I put the net in my backpack and then rods in the rod holder, and I'm off to the spot where I want to fish. The only issue with these rod holders is if you look at this spinning rod, I ended up taking off the entire piece of the handle because I kept the spinning rod over here and it ended up going in the rims. I only realized it after 5 minutes. I was thinking there was something wrong with my bike. But anyways, if I put the spinning rod over here, it stays nice in place. And then the bait caster rod that I have with my left handle or the left crank goes over here. So it's out of the way, and it's out of the way for most of the people and for me as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get into fishing. Fishing the Fraser River today. Don't generally do this. I have been on this spot maybe like 2 or 3 times in the past, trying to get some things, and didn't go well. Fish. I got one. Oh, it's a pink. It's a pink. Yeah. Yeah. Oof. It's a bit of balancing act to get down over here. Let's see. I'm gonna be here for maybe like an hour and a half at max. And then I'm gonna head out home. I think for fishing the Fraser, you need to be on a side channel or something. Because where I am right now, I mean, the area that is deep is probably far out there in between. So maybe I'm not even reaching the spot where I should be. Who knows? I was able to get a ping, but I heard they swim close to the shore. Maybe not the coho. Let's see. Look at that gorgeous fish. I don't know if you can see that. So beautiful. Just came to say hi to me. That's probably my sign that the fish are still around, still kicking. I think that's just a nasty chum. Or maybe a Chinook, could be wrong. Poor fella. I think I'm gonna turn off the camera now. Doesn't make any sense to waste the battery. I'll turn it on if I hook into something, but this video was more about the bike than about the fishing because I knew I wasn't gonna catch anything over here. But I'm gonna stop by at a different spot on the way back and hoping the fish might be in there.
Well, the fishing wasn't really good that day, but I already expected that. It's always nice to be out there by the water. Fixing the rod holder on the bike is pretty self-explanatory, but it did not come with any manual, so I'm adding the process over here at the end of this video. So I got this fishing rod holder from Amazon and I will be fixing it to my bike. I was trying to look up for internet videos, but I didn't find any. So I thought it'll be nice if I can make one for myself in future if I have to change my bike and get this thing on a new one. Because I remember putting it on my last bike and it was a pain in the butt. So I thought I'll record the process this time. I got these things with the fishing rod holder, but I don't know like how to use them and there's no instruction manual on it. But I somehow figured it myself and this is how I do it. So clearly I cannot fit all 4 of these things on my bike because there's no real way I could do that. So what I'm gonna do is use 3 of these, and then for the 4th joint, which is not even necessary, I'm gonna use a zip tie to tighten it. But again, that's just a additional step. I definitely don't need that. The first thing you're gonna do is put the obviously the first thing what you're gonna do is separate these 2 pieces because I got the dual fishing rod holder. You got to separate these in 2 halves and then fix the first one on the bike. And for that, as I said, I'll be using 2 of these, and then for the 3rd joint, which is over here, I'm gonna be using the 3rd one over here. So always make sure that the flat end is facing you for both of these, and even for the 3rd one, the flat end should be facing you. And clearly I cannot record while I'm doing it, so my wife is over here helping me out. What you're gonna do is take the first one, which is the top left one, and just secure it in place, don't tighten it yet. And as I said, it's a pain in the butt to do it, but it's just a one-time thing, right? Unless you change the bike. There goes the first screw inside. I'm just gonna put the bolt on the other end too to secure it in place. turning it the wrong way. Okay, so I'm not gonna tighten it, I'm just gonna leave it over there for now. It's not gonna go anywhere. And the similar thing I'm gonna do for the other one over here. Okay, so the second one, same thing. Just pass it through that tiny ridge over there and then through the holder. And just secure it in place. Okay. Before you go ahead and secure this in place, make sure that you can pedal. Before you go ahead and secure it in place, can you remove this? Always make sure to turn your pedal so that you have enough room with your shoes on. So there's probably about an inch or two. I'm still gonna try and push it a little bit towards the right before I secure it. And then, yeah, we'll fix the second one. Okay, so somehow I am missing a screw. So what I did is I put the bracket over here on the front and one on the back over here. And it's pretty sturdy. But to make it more secure, I'm just gonna put some zip ties on. I'm gonna put one more zip tie on the front over here. This has got super sturdy. After that is secured, the only thing is fixing the second rod holder back in place, which is a pretty easy process. You just put it in there and you screw it back in. That's about it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it to it. So I think looks pretty good. So I'm all set. The bike is on the car. The net is in the bag and the rods are in the car. See you on the water.